Thank you. So it is the eighth day of the month. It's a fantastic, fantastic day. And so we've got people that are burying loved ones, uh, Ali and Mary Collier. We've got people in Moss. We have people in church. That's where Elaine Short is. We've got different people in different places. Mr. Taylor is speaking to us from his hospital bed. So the beauty of what we're doing here is that we're creating a system which you can then take this and teach your teams of 3, 9, 27, 81, and you do the multiples of 3s or the multiples of 4s. As a C student, I always wondered, what would I have been if my teacher had just copied her notes or let me copy her notes and take the notes with me? I'd have been a lot different. So this is a system that we've created that I will send you, and I've created 2 funnels, one for the water and one for the renew. And so I will send that to you. So all you need to do then is add your website, yourcarebeyond.com/careblue/your username. And so you don't have to create it, but picture this. Picture you having 100, 200, 1,000 people that have a website out there, a presence on social media, what impact that would make on the marketplace. And so we're small, but we're strong. That's what we say in Jamaica. We're small, but we're strong. We're Tara. And so life experiences. So let's get started. Today is the first day. I'll have 3 people presenting to you. It will be Mighty Quinn. And I call her Mighty because I can't believe that she was ever on a couch, because she shows up. Strong in her opinions, but she shows up. And I saw her come on this morning and a while ago, and I said to her, I put on this love song, but she couldn't hear it. So she said, what's going on? I said, Ross had no choice. He had no chance. And so, Christine, why don't you come in and tell what you told me?
No, I'm not telling that. Let's just put it this way. He was in awe when he met me. How's that?
And so when she comes on with that blonde and the look, I can't believe somebody like that was on a couch. But due to her own mind, her own thoughts, and some of the help of these products, she's incredible, incredible. So think of the number of people that you can make an impact with. And he's on another call now, but he's going to come in. We're going to have Mr. Nate Jackson. And Mr. Nate Jackson will be coming in to join us. So we're going to have Christine Quinn, we're going to have Nate Jackson, and then you're going to have me. And so we'll be able to then take this recording and be able to go out and train your teams with it. Make sense? Somebody just Who has, Spencer, do you have Nate's number? Or, Michael, do you have Nate's number? You do? Michael, yes? Okay, tell him in 3 minutes he's on. Okay. Cheryl, good to see you. Put your camera on. Come on. You know that. Cheryl, put your camera on. George, put your camera on if you can. Okay, so yeah, there you go. I had to see the hairdo. You know me. I'm nosy. I'm nosy.
I like your hairdo too.
Oh man, I'm telling you. It's great to have people like a Cheryl running with me for 20 plus years. Okay, so Cheryl, I got some all that stuff that you sat through on Monday with Dr. Money. Today, by being here, I'm going to give you 2 funnels that you just add your
Information.
yeah, and
Okay.
it's done.
Okay.
And so
Sounds good.
let's say if we've got 100 of us doing that, what impact that would do. And next week, I'm going to zero in on some more products. So today, let's go to work. And so Champion University, April 8th. And it's time to mark your calendars for starting, for inviting your guests, associates, and friends, April 15, starting at 1 p.m. And that's going to be on the company's site. But that is where the president, the new team, Marvin and Brad, is going to go through and share not only the prospects of what they're doing. It is truly exciting to know we have a team that's got, I tell you what, it's got me looking at our opportunity in a whole different way because I'm focusing now more on product. Naima, great to see you. And I'm going to handle that, what you talked about. Good to see you.
Okay.
I thought you were in the Moss, so
No.
good to have you. Now I don't remember what I was talking about, but anyway, I'm saying that the new team has brought on new ideas that I never thought of, and I really believe that we can be the company that create more 500 people earning 500 or 1,000, 1,500 a month, and by doing that, whether you're part-time or it's your side time gig, this will be powerful. So God bless you and thank you. And so you've got the major role player on this today, Mr. Nate Jackson. So welcome, sir. And I thank you for your input before you get started. And so without any further to do, Christine?
Good morning, champions. Or actually, it's good afternoon for most of us, isn't it? I'm going to talk about goals and goal achievement. Believe it or not, an ordinary person can surpass even the most exceptional genius in our society. It's all about having a clear, decisive goal and the determination to see it through. The key to success lies in establishing a central purpose for your life. Write down your goals and dreams, making sure to give them a deadline. This turns them into achievable targets that will propel you to greatness. In fact, putting pen to paper increases your chances of success by an astounding 1,000%. Remember, success is all about setting goals. Everything else is mere background noise. Every single day, rewrite your biggest aspirations in the present tense, acting as if they already exist. Fuel your ambition. Let your goals power you towards the life you've always dreamed of. We could start this month, April, and decide what wave and the Precision Plus Rewards Adventure Plan we will be by June 30th of 2023. For this, we must choose how many new presentations that will lead us to new associates or explorers, as the new terminology, each week to achieve our expected results with Anjali. If I can make a suggestion, this is one practice done by my sponsor, which is Michael Avery. He put his major goal in his mirror, so when he looks at himself, he saw the goal through that. And Coach is writing it on his mirror. He started it, actually.
Actually, I have. I'm looking right at it now because when I speak to somebody, I'm speaking into the mirror. And somebody taught me that years ago because I stuttered, I slow. But what I've done now is I've got my major goal, June 30th, 2023, wave. I won't tell you what wave, but I got it written down. I got down 20 new associates, April. And so every time I look at myself, I'm looking right through my goal at myself. And it has a tremendous impact on who you are, but what you do. And that's what that whole new marketing program talks about. Show and do. So if you show and do, you know specifically how much you're going to earn.
What he's talking about is he took a dry erase marker and literally wrote it on his mirror. Okay, so don't use a permanent marker. Dry erase so you can get it off the mirror when you want to or change it later.
Thank you. I used 3. I got the green, I got the black, and then I got the blue. And so it's sort of I'm looking at it right now, and it's like in waves. But it's the dry erase, not the permanent.
That's right. That's very important, Coach. So customer service at Care Beyond, which is transitioning into the name of Anjali Global Adventure, guest satisfaction is our top priority. We provide personalized nutraceutical products and value customer feedback to continually improve our offerings. Our satisfied guests are more likely to return and recommend us to others, helping us to build our reputation. Join our Precision Plus reward plan and earn rewards for participating in our loyalty club, team building efforts, and referrals. Come experience our premium products and become part of our community today. Those products, as Coach told you earlier, literally took me from being a couch potato off the couch. I have a disease called MS, and I was literally a couch potato. And now I like to tell everybody I went from handicapped to handicapable.
Thank you. See, what we're talking about here is persistency. By moving your customer from just a customer or a guest, new term, into a loyalty program, meaning that the new terminology, loyalty, is much better than authorship, because authorship has gotten into a bad term. But most proactive companies are using loyalty, it's wording. And so getting them into a loyalty, I will never stop taking these products. Okay? And so you've got rewards for yourself and your customers. In addition to that, you're paid loyalty profits. That's when your other customers, what? Recommend their friends. And so it's all encompassing. So it's the first time I really started taking a very close look at our products. And Mr. Jackson is going to go through and give you some tips outside of this. So jot down what he says, because he's a master at this. But I started looking at each product, the benefits of each product, and put it in C-student terminology that I can teach the next person I bring into the group, that they can go out and talk about the product. So you'll be able to use this documentation and teach your next waves, and they can teach their waves. Hope you see where we're going. That's why the 15th is very important. And this whole upgrading movement of what it is we're doing. So it's the first time I'm looking at some of these products in a very, very serious manner.
So we're talking about a unique product line of Anjali. Why Care Blue Alkaline Water Filtration System? First of all, you get cleaner, healthier, better tasting water with Care Blue. You have a space-age water filtration system at your fingertips. It removes up to 99.9% of contaminants and increases alkalinity up to 9.5 pH. When I met with Carl, the man who invented this product, and asked him about that 99.9, he said, Chris, think about taking 1 grain of salt and put it in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and that's all that doesn't come out. So that's really very strong. Plus, it's ultra portable. You get access to clean water anywhere, anytime, filtering up to 200 gallons per unit. Care Blue is the perfect alternative to those expensive water bottles. Upgrade your water game today. And I'm sure Nate has something to say about this. So Nate, jump in here and tell us something. Give us some words of wisdom.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you brought up about what the 99.9% means, because a lot of people say, well, you may as well say 100. Well, true enough, that is close to 100, but we're leaving a little margin of error there so that people can't say it's perfect. But either way, what we're looking at is we have a system that is providing you with clean water. Not only are we providing clean water, we're providing a utility value that's very important. Most people drink water, of course, to live, but 80% of the water that the average person drinks is away from home. So we look at it. If you're going to drink most of your water away from home, what is there's a benefit for having a water filtration system at home, on your tap. And I'm not knocking those that have that. It's wonderful. But if you're going to drink 80% of your water away from home, what's going to happen to your body when you're only drinking 20% at home because you have a stationary system and you're away 80%? So what I like about what we have is that I kind of coined the term water on the go, and we're going more than what we're staying. So apparently you need more water, safe water, when you're on the go, because you're gone 80% of the time. So the system that we're using provides us with that utility of water on the go. The pitcher we have, of course, that is something stationary you probably want to put at your house, so that as you cook, as you drink water, as you clean your vegetables. I use it for all those things, because why would I want to take my vegetables that are in many cases sprayed with toxic chemicals? They're using I call it Raid to keep the bugs off of the greens and the beans and the fruits and so forth. And when you eat it, we take tap water and we wash them off with that. Well, we're putting more deadly chemicals on the deadly chemicals that have been sprayed on there. So I have a pitcher that I set on my counter, and I run the tap water into that. And as a result, I'm getting pure filtered water, 99.9% of the contaminants removed. Now let's look at some of the contaminants that it is removing. I just speak on those real quickly, because most of us are familiar with that. But it's removing things like arsenic, it's removing cadmium, It's removing even radiation. Radiation was something that nobody even thought about being in water until lately. The statistics are coming up that there's radiation in our water. Do we want to drink irradiated water? Many of us don't even want to use microwaves anymore because they're irradiating our food. So why are we going to add insult to injury by drinking irradiated water? The system that we're using takes that radiation out. It takes those toxic, deadly chemicals out of the water. Many of the things that we accept being in the water, we've been kind of conditioned to believe they're good. But when you look at them realistically and you look at them scientifically, they're not good. Why would you want chlorine in your water? Now, it's put there to kill the bacteria, but not only does it kill bacteria, it kills people. Why would you want fluoride, in your water? Fluoride literally has no scientific use for human beings. It was, just to be honest with it, it's a lie that fluoride helps your teeth. It does nothing for your teeth. But what it does, the fluoride covers your, I'm just going to put it plain, it dumbs you down. So the only purpose of fluoride being in the water is that we are facing a situation that we are dumbed down, so we don't really realize and unappreciate the things that are being done to us. So all these things are in your water. So when you have a pitcher, you can at home enjoy the benefit of drinking water that has none of those things in it. The pitcher removes it. And as Christine said a few minutes ago, it removes it from up to 200 gallons of water. Okay, the next thing that contributes more to our water on the go concept is the bottle. We have a bottle that
I'm going to come to that.
Okay.
I'm going to come to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll. You're on a roll.
I didn't want to interrupt him. He was on a roll.
No, understand. You and I got to take notes because we're not going to have Nate with us to just roll it that way. He's got it going on that way. He's got it going on that way because he's been in the field. He's been studying this. But now you have a system where next week, when you sponsor somebody and you're telling them about the Care Blue Next Generation pH enhanced pitcher, you can say to them, Christine,
you can say goodbye to expensive and harmful bottled water. Get the enhanced pH filter pitcher and turn your tap water into clean, healthy, great tasting H2O. It's affordable, it's eco-friendly, it removes 99.99% of all contaminants while retaining trace minerals. That's important to keep those trace minerals because our body needs that. And increases water alkalinity to 9.5 pH. That's enough for 200 gallons, like we said. Drink smart. Choose the enhanced pH filtration pitcher. So Nate talked about everything I just said, except for the fact that it's pH enhanced, which your body needs to be alkaline to fight off diseases.
Now, so you can take this, you marry some of the notes that Nate those gems that he put down, but for sure, you can then train your 3 and get them to train their 3, their 12, their 81, their 1,000. I built a group of 100,000 and we didn't have this technology. Now we have a system, okay? So it's in your hands. Now, with the enhanced, and most of us just talk about the enhanced, but Christine, we have a
regular filtration pitcher with filters. So you can say hello to great tasting and safe water straight from your tap with a regular filtration pitcher with filters. Remove the harmful contaminants without breaking the bank or harming the environment. Although it doesn't change the pH level, it's still an excellent choice for clean H2O. Filters last up to 200 gallons, providing you with the peace of mind for months. Choose a regular filtration pitcher for fresh, crisp, and clean water every day. Now, I know Nate can talk a lot about this, and the key is, Nate, tell him a little bit about what happens to our medications in our water and why you might want to use the regular versus the pH, please.
Okay. Yeah, I have people ask me that question all the time. Well, why would I want a non-pH filter? Well, the reason that many people need a non-pH filter because a lot of people are on medications these days. I mean, you're almost considered a pariah when you go to a doctor and the doctor, first thing they ask you now is what medications you take. If you say none, they look at, wait, what is wrong with you? You're not taking medication. Well, the problem with many of the medications, it's not a problem, it's a characteristic of many of the medications, is that they are based on the acid bath that they take when they go into your body. Of course, most people know even from high school science that our body, that our stomach is full of acid. And when food or whatever goes into the acid, it's given it an acid bath. And because of that, that's how the body digests food. Well, many of the medications that we're given by, or we're prescribed by the doctors are aware of that acid bath. And the way they are set up is that they have you might say timers in them. They have different components that they're made of that dissolve over a period of time in the acid. And so if you alkalize your body, you're going to technically affect some of the acidity of your digestive system. And if that medication doesn't have that acid bath, it's not going to unleash, whatever effect it has. Is not going to unleash the chemical that's there to lower your blood pressure or to decrease your diabetes or whatever you're taking medication for. So if you over alkalize your digestive system, then these medications won't work. So if you are taking a certain medication, you might want to ask your doctor if you can drink, if it's suggested that you drink alkalized water, because they realize that the medicine won't work in alkalized water. But otherwise, if you aren't taking medications, then just on my personal suggestion, we realize that the body works better and disease cannot exist in an alkalized environment. So you want to drink alkaline water because you want to keep your body as alkaline as possible so that your body can fight diseases. Again, disease cannot operate in an alkalized environment. So the best way to alkalize your body is through the water you drink. Why? Your body is pretty much 80% water. So it just makes sense to have that 80% as alkaline as possible so that you fight off diseases. But if you're taking certain medications, we suggest you contact your doctor and ask them if it's advisable for you to drink alkaline water. And if it's not, the regular filtration pitcher is what you want to get, because even though you might not be able, because of your medication, to drink alkaline water, but for heaven's sake, you want to drink clean water. So just because you're taking medications doesn't mean you need to flush those medications down with dirty water.
Now,
Nate, one of the things you taught me was about, when you go to the doctor and they say, or people ask you, are you taking medications? And you say no. What happens when you're drinking tap water, Nate?
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. To be honest, and I'm not calling anybody a liar, but if you go to a doctor or somebody even asks you, hey, Nate, are you taking medications? And I'm drinking tap water or I'm drinking bottled water. If I say no, in reality, I'm lying. Why am I lying? Because when people get rid of the medications, let's say you had a relative that passed away and they had a closet load of medications. What did the average person do? They take those medications and they dump them down the toilet. I don't know why they don't just put them in the trash and throw them away. But the most common way that people get rid of those medications, they flush them down the toilet. And where does that toilet water go? It goes into your water system of your city or state or county or whatever. Okay, the filtration systems that the water departments use do not filter out medications. They filter out a lot of other stuff and they add a lot of chemicals in it, but it does not take medications out. So what happens to those medications that get dumped in the toilet and flushed down? They're in the water. And because the filtration does not remove it, that means when you drink water, you're drinking those high blood pressure pills, you're drinking those diabetes pills and all the other pills that people get prescribed and they throw away in the toilet. So because they can't be filtered out, they're in there. I'm not saying that you drink a glass of water and you're drinking enough that your body's going to instantly feel, oh my goodness, my blood pressure is going to go down by drinking water or my diabetes is going to get better. No, what happens is that your body actually has the ability, and it's designed that way, that it stores up things that it can't use or it doesn't use. So when you're drinking water, just like when you eat certain foods, if your body can't use it, it stores it up. Now, even though that blood pressure medicine or whatever medication that you're drinking in your water, your body doesn't readily use it, well, it's there. Trust me, your body has a tendency, and it's designed to store up what it doesn't need. So if you get too much of this stored up in your body, and you get to a period that your body has to ingest what's stored up. Take, for instance, you go on a diet. You know, what your body does, it starts to go to that storage, and it starts to consume that storage. Suppose your storage, that fat that's in your body, is full of arsenic, it's full of medications, it's full of heavy metals and all these other things. Then now all of a sudden, you know, it's going to become evident in your body that there's something that it shouldn't be there.
Now, added on to every single thing that Nate has added, you see how powerful this is? And having this in your back pocket, absolutely incredible. Now, being Jamaican, based on what Nate says, I can sell somebody the pH and the regular. Just in case somebody comes to your house and they're on heavy medication, time release, I have clean, clear, great tasting water. So this information gives me the ability to sell both the pH and the what? The regular. But if we don't understand this and don't know this, and it has been my responsibility to teach this, I just haven't. But now with the new emphasis on volume, this is how we increase our volume. Unbelievable.
I also want to add that washing your vegetables, your fruit, and your rice is really important in clean water. So what we do, Nate also did a demonstration a while ago showing that, you know, he does the drops in the water to show how much chlorine in the water turns yellow. Well, when we put the rice in on top of the yellow, the rice absorbs it, the water turns cloudy white, the yellow goes away. So it really shows you that all that stuff that's in the water is getting sucked into your rice, getting sucked into any of your absorbent foods. So it's very important to rinse. We keep a big bowl by the sink and pour our good water in it to clean our fruits and vegetables and rice or whatever. We clean all of that. So I wanted to do that.
So glad you said that. First time I saw that was in Rochester. Spice came up and showed us. What are you washing your rice in? In fact, when I'm making a presentation to somebody, I said, do you eat rice? If they're West Indian, I know it's rice and peas. Okay? If you're from the South, I ask, do you do rice? Or do you even do potatoes? Do you know what it is you're mixing that in? And then I come up with exactly what Christine talked about. Major boulders being dropped today. Major boulders. Christine?
Okay, so this is our enhanced pH personal water filtration system that Nate started to talk about a little bit ago. Did you know that 75% of the water you drink is consumed outside of your home? Make sure you're always drinking safe, clean water with our enhanced pH personal water filtration bottle. I don't go anywhere without it. I take it everywhere I go. Our exclusive filtration system removes all the dangerous bacteria, chemicals, metals, and more while retaining beneficial minerals and increasing your alkalinity to 9.5 pH. Plus, the container is made from non-leaching plastics, and the filters are easily replaceable. Drink healthier on the go with our 28-ounce flip-top bottle. It filters up to 150 gallons. And Nate, would you tell them about bleaching plastic bottles for us, please?
Okay. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people have faith and believe that, oh, I don't have to worry about all this stuff. I buy bottled water. And they don't realize that bottled water in reality is nothing more than city water. Those of you that buy Dasani, well, I'll brag, I get that free if I turn my water on here in Atlanta, because Dasani is nothing but Atlanta city water. I mean, I don't want to drink it, but I'm just saying I can get it free, and you're going out buying my water, Atlanta city water, because Coca-Cola, who bottles Dasani, is located in Atlanta, and they have a contract with the city of Atlanta to buy the water from the city of Atlanta, run it through their filtration system, which is not our filtration system. So in other words, it doesn't take out too much more than the city takes out. And they add flavoring to it, really in the form of minerals to make it taste better. But what happens is that you are buying literally city water. There was a time, I don't know whether they still have that contract, but the Pepsi water, which is, it's slipping me the name of it, but it's the second most popular to Dasani, was New York City water. So I don't know whether they still have the contract with New York City, but what they're doing, they are buying the city water and they're putting it in plastic. Well, it's sort of like adding insult to injury. You're using water that is already toxic, and then you're putting it in plastic. Well, what is plastic made out of? Plastic is made out of what's called petrochemicals. It's chemicals that come from petroleum. Now, petroleum itself, if petroleum was healthy, instead of going buying water, period, you could just go to your gas station and just pump some water into your container and just drink it. And I don't think people do that, because that wouldn't be suggested, because we know petroleum is not healthy. But when you are drinking water out of plastic, you somewhat almost may as well put the gas nozzle to your mouth and drink it, because you're getting the byproducts of the petroleum. Now, what happens with petroleum, the reason it gets released into the water is that these plastic containers are sensitive to heat. When you put a plastic container that is not the same type of plastic that our bottle and our filter and so forth is, the heat causes the petroleum to release into whatever's in it. So when you come up to a Magic Market or 7-Eleven or one of these stores, and you see the water in front of it sitting outside, and they're saying water on sale, you know that water is in the sun. And what happens? Being in the sun, that means that bottle is getting heated, and the petroleum content of that plastic is being released into the water. Well, so I don't buy mine from the Magic Mark or from these convenience stores. I buy it from Publix or Kroger or Sam's or wherever you buy it. Same thing. You think these major markets are storing their waters in their warehouse? Is the warehouse air conditioned? In my experience, no. I've been in many warehouses, and these warehouses are hot. The reason is because they don't want to spend the money to air condition a warehouse. Why? Because it's just a place that they store things that comes off a truck. They store it in a warehouse, and it goes on another truck and gets shipped out. So because those warehouses are very hot in the summertime, it again causes the plastic bottles that are stored there for the water they sell to unleash the plastic into the water. So now you're drinking plastic water. Now, a lot of people say, well, what's the harm in that? Well, if you read a lot of the things that you can research and find, you're seeing that doctors are doing autopsies now on people, and they are finding that people that they are autopsying have plastic coated organs. And you say, well, how did these organs get plastic coated? If from the drinking the bottled water and a lot of other things are putting plastic into our bodies that we don't even realize. Coach a few minutes ago mentioned rice. They have done some research and found that a lot of the companies that sell rice are actually putting plastic pellets into the rice in the shape of rice in order they can make more money. If they're selling you 75% rice and 25% plastic, then of course they save money and you harm your health. Do they care about that? No. You have to take control of your own health by, number one, knowing what you're eating and knowing what you're drinking. And when you're drinking this bottled water, you are definitely ingesting petrochemicals.
Wow. Bombshells going off.
Okay. Now the last of our products here is the enhanced pH water filtration straw. So don't settle for questionable water when you're out and about anymore. Our enhanced pH water filtration straw is here to save the day. With its advanced filtration system, it removes 99.99% of dangerous contaminants while retaining the beneficial minerals and increasing the alkalinity to 9.5 pH, all while delivering clear, safe, great tasting water. It filters up to 25 gallons of practically any potable source and has a container made of non-BPA leaching plastics. So say goodbye to gross restaurant water and say hello to healthy hydration on the go. Now, Nate, you haven't really talked that much about the forever chemicals. Can you tell us a little bit about the forever chemicals?
Okay. They're called PFOAs, PFASs. There are different names they give them, but forever chemicals actually started in the 1940s when I think it was Dow Chemical came up with something that we figured was game changing, it was life changing. And even today, people look at, especially people that cook, they say, God, I mean, I don't want to use a pan that when I put my egg or my meat in it, it's going to stick to that pan. And because it's so hard to scrape that stuff off of the pan. And so Dow Chemical came up with this product called Teflon. And Teflon was used to coat pans so that the substance that you put in it wouldn't stick. And everybody that cooked thought that was the greatest thing since ice cream. Oh my goodness, I can cook now. I don't have to worry about stuff sticking to my pan. And I can cook, wash that pan off and be out of the kitchen in no time. Well, here's the problem with that. Even though it was convenient, it was not scientifically safe. Where Teflon came from, it was the World War II development when the military was using tanks in the battlefields. The tanks, because they were, the tracks were metal and they had to go through a lot of times wet soil. They had to go through water and so forth. And what would happen after they went through that water, they wake up in the morning, or at least a couple of days later, and the tank will start, the tracks will start to rust. And the tank was unusable unless they had a bunch of soldiers to get there and scrape all the rust off, and then they could use it for another couple of days, and then it would happen again. So some scientists came up with, oh, we got to resolve, we got to come up with a solution to that. So they created this chemical, which they came up with a code name. And I don't remember the code name, but we'll just call it AX3. So they said, okay, we've come up with this chemical called AX3, and we can spray that chemical on the tracks and it won't rust. And they said, wow, this is amazing that we can spray this chemical on there and it would, keep the rust away, and we could use the tank every day, as long as we either spray it on there or we coat. Better still, we can coat those tracks with this chemical and we don't have to worry about the rust problem anymore. So that's what happened. They used it in the war. Now what happens, the war is over and Dow is making millions of dollars from this chemical that they coated tanks with. Well, who needs tanks when you don't have a war? And they said, God, all the money we spent on this, what can we use it for? So somebody came up with the idea, well, why don't we use it to coat cooking tools, like pans? And they said, oh, no, we can't do that. And didn't you read the reports on this AX2? It's totally poison. It will kill people. They said, well, to be honest, who cares about that? We're going to make our billions. We're going to make our money. So we just want to really even tell people about it, that is deadly toxic. We'll keep that and, we'll put it in the files way back in the back that nobody will really discover. But they knew it. So when they came out with this Teflon to coat pans and so forth with, they knew it was poison. And to prove that, they've been sued for it, and the people who filed the suits want it. But again, that's where the Teflon came from. Now, what happens when they had these factories that were making these Teflon coated pans and so forth? Those factories were actually emitting the toxins into the water. Most of them were located on rivers or streams. So when they put this toxin that they were developing into the water, it became a chemical called a PFOA. That was the scientific name. And they later found out that these chemicals cannot be removed from water. Well, I won't say they can't be removed, but it's expensive to remove them. So because nobody never knew they were there, they didn't know that they need to get them out. So cities systems that were set up to filter the water don't have the ability to remove these PFOAs. And because they are forever chemicals, they will stay there unless they are actually literally removed. So now the technology even advanced. They went from just coating pans to making, they found out that a lot of these things had potential of catching on fire. For instance, carpet. A lot of the houses that were catching on fire, what caused the house to burn more was the carpet. The carpet caught on fire and it, accelerated and made the house burn even more. Okay, so the coating they use to coat the carpet to make it fireproof is also a chemical that's classified as a PFOA. Another thing that's a PFOA, let's say Coach has a beautiful white sofa at his house, and they love that sofa because it's pretty. But there was always the possibility that one of the grandkids would come over, one of the friends would come over and waste some wine on it or waste something on it that would stain that sofa. Now the sofa is ruined. So people say, well, I'm willing to buy these type of sofas and this type of thing, but I want something on it that'll keep it from staining. So the stain resistant is a PFOA. And he said, well, that's fine. That's in the sofa, that's in the carpet. But the problem is when Coach throws that sofa away, where does it go? It goes into a landfill. And if it goes into the landfill, that means the rain is going to wash over that sofa. Dirt is going to go, and all those chemicals from that sofa are going to soak into the ground. Well, where do we get our water from? Our water comes from aquifers that are in the ground. And when you poison those aquifers and it ends up in our lakes and our streams and our rivers, and the city gets that water to distribute to people as drinking water, now it's full of these PFOAs, people are going to end up ingesting it. Actually, 95% of the people in America, when you test their blood, you will find these forever chemicals in their blood. And these forever chemicals are treacherous to our body, and they actually cause us to die sooner. Now, the system, the straw, the pitcher, the bottle, all the systems that we have remove up to 99.9% of these treacherous PFOAs. So that's why it's important to have these units so that you can take another toxin that shouldn't be in your body out of your water you drink by just simply using our devices.
And you can take that portable system and like if you're traveling, like we fly places. So if I get to security, I dump out the water, it goes through the security system, I get on the other side, I can just go to the regular water fountain that's sink in the bathroom and fill it up, and it takes out all those contaminants, and it's perfectly tasty and drinkable on the airplane. So
okay, let me say one other thing, Christine, is literally I've changed the name of my filter, of my straw. I don't call it my Care Blue straw anymore. I call it my American Express straw. The reason I say that, I'm not touting American Express, but American Express over the years has had this little cliche. They said, American Express, don't leave home without it. So I call my straw my American Express. I don't leave home without it. I always put it in my pocket, or women always should put it in their purse or wherever, and don't leave home without it. Because remember the statistic that 75 to 80% of the water you're going to drink it away from home. And you don't want to go back to drinking polluted water. I mean, I almost have a phobia now that if I'm thirsty and I don't care how thirsty I get, if I don't have my straw, which I'm not without, or my bottle, I stay thirsty because I don't want to drink poison.
yeah, and one of the things I want to recommend to people to do too is the taste test. I'll take people to my sink, I'll give them a little bit of our water first, and then I'll give them some of the water out of the tap, and I tell them it's okay, you can spit it out, because they almost always do. It tastes so awful when you taste the difference. And you can literally, if you guys drink coffee or tea, make your coffee or tea with the good water. It comes out tasting much better, much more flavorful. So thank you, Nate.
Wow. Thank you. Now, let's just stop a moment. Based on the information you got, and Christine, you did a marvelous job. Let's just, Spice, you showed up. Now, just on that section alone, we talked about what? The two pitches, so that's two, right? We talked about the water bottle, and we talked about the hydration straw. Then we talked about showing how you can then present this in a Jamaican way. Okay. But on the serious side now, what if you taught 3 3s are 9? So write 9. Just what we covered today, Junior. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. 81 times 3 is 243. I know these numbers are right because I asked Alice before yesterday to check them out for me. 231 times 3 is 729. 729 times 3 is 2,187. Times 3 is 6,561. What if you had people doing just that? What would your bank book look like? But more than your bank book, how many lives could you affect? All that stuff just rolled off. I mean, Mighty Quinn says something to Nate, and he goes, oh, blah, 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 blah. I can't do all that. But I can write down a paragraph and I can communicate based on my taking in that stuff every single day. Can you understand me? Just raise your hand. If I knew where the what's that thing they call? Put a 1 or 2. I hear Anthony Robbins say, put a 1 or 2. Dr. Beason, yeah, in the chat. I don't know what a chat is. So I say raise your hand. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is powerful what we have. And so you can take this system, you can take this PowerPoint and then train your teams to know how to market and what to say from a C student point of view. And so let's go on and see where we go from here. So, and now, so guess what? I live by this young lady. And when I introduce her, I say, what I'd like to do is introduce you to my senior business partner. And she's my senior business partner because I can't do a presentation in 2 minutes. She does it in 2 minutes and 50 some odd seconds. The Care Blue alkaline filtration system. And so I listened to Monday and got the idea from Dr. Money that you can do a funnel, but remember those numbers I gave you? What if you were able to have numbers on your team? And with those numbers on your team, you gave them a funnel that they didn't have to create. All they had to do was just add their carebeyond.online/join/your username. What impact we could make. And so here's the funnel. And so I hope I know how to do this. You go control, and I go control, and I click this, control, Well, anyway, maybe it ain't working for me today. I'm telling you, I'm struggling, but I'm trying to figure it out. So this is yours. This is yours. And so somebody can hit this. And they get our whole presentation. And then, okay, let me do it because I got some new people.
Dirty water. I know. That's a catchy phrase, right? But it's something that we have everywhere. Everyone's dealing with this because the water that we're dealing with right now is the same water that's been here. But what if I told you I have a solution? Something that's affordable, it's portable, but it can help everyone that you know. Think about Camp Lejeune. Think about Mississippi. Think about Michigan. Think about a family of friends that needs water, clean water. I'm just going to do a quick experiment for you. We're just going to take some potting soil. It has manure, it has cow manure and all that gunk in it. And we're just going to pour it. This is just a glass of water. And I'm just going to put some of it in here and it's going to make this water really gunky dirty because we need the visual, right? We need to see it to believe it. So if I just mix this up, I know it's nasty, it's nasty, it's nasty. So I'm just mixing it and I'm blending it in and you see how dirty it's getting. It's terrible, it's horrible. Will you drink this if I gave it to you? Probably not, right? But the eye buys. So what if I take the same dirty water and I pour it into this portable filtration system? It has a portable filter attached to it. It's a water bottle, regular water bottle, but you can't find it just anywhere. And I'm just going to pour some of this dirt and gunk in there. Nasty. And I'm just going to shake it up so you see that I'm just going to blend it all in here. And I'm just going to show you what would happen if you had access to only this nasty, dirty water, and you want to make sure that you clean it up. I'm just going to take this next glass and we're going to pour it. Look at that. Instantly, it cleans it up for you. Instantly, the same water, and I'm just going to keep pouring. Absolutely beautiful drinking water. Cleaned up. It also takes out 99.99% of the chemicals that you have access to that's in your water that you can't see. And I'm going to taste it. Beautiful, crisp, and clean. Now, look what I poured it out from. I know it's absolutely gross, right? I'm just going to pour some back in here. Look what came out of just using the filter, clean up the water. We do have bottle, we have a straw, and it also, there is a pitcher as well. So if you have access or you know someone that needs clean drinking water, the straw, it's portable. See, but the same filtration process cleans it up for you beautifully. So Pierre Blue, the next generation in water, speak to someone about it, ask a question. You gotta get clean drinking water. Pierre Blue, the next generation in water.
So that goes off.
Dirty water. I know that's a catchy phrase, right? But it's something that we have everywhere. Everyone's dealing with this because.
And then it goes down to when you click here, and then you put your name in. You get this. Then you got the buy now. You click the buy now. And it takes it to your website. How cool is that? So I've got 1 or 2 adjustments to make on this, but by Wednesday, I give you my word, I'll get this out to everybody that's here. So talking about small numbers now, you got 9, 27, 81, 727, 2,187 people with this on their site, what would it mean? What would it mean? I'm going to stop right here for a minute and get some feedback. Anybody jump in and tell me, having stuff like this, what would that mean to you? Okay, time has passed. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We have so much information, it's so almost overwhelming, but when we see what we have and what we can do to get rid of the harmful effects in the water that we have, it's a no-brainer.
That's why I did what we did today. So we got a simple thing that Billy, you can take, Jamal, you can take and say, here's what I've got going, right? You combine this with the EWG, all right? So if I was to go from here to this site right here, which is the EWG tap water, and I was to since you're okay, Cheryl, give me your site. I mean your zip code.
93535.
Hold on. 93535.
Yeah, 35.
35.
35.
See, I'm telling you, man, I'm slow, buddy. 93535, right?
Correct.
Okay, if I can do this, anybody can. And so you take them there, and so this is your site, right? This
Right.
is okay, bingo. So guess what? I always point out, tap water provided by this utility is in compliance. Then I go right down here and I go, legal limits contaminants have not been updated in what? 20 years. So why I'm using this site is I'm going to say, look, Cheryl, friend, there's 23 contaminants in this, but what I would have looked at was the number of people in that zip code. I don't remember how many people were in that zip code. How do I go back? Let me try it, because that's the first thing I do. Number of people serve 0. They don't serve anybody. Normally, okay, here it is. Antelope. And do you see it here?
It should be up at the top. Antelope Valley.
And that's where it normally is. It says 0.
Okay. Try Los Angeles County Waterworks District, the first one.
The first one.
Wait, no, I see it. Go down, Lancaster, go down right there.
Here or here?
Oh.
Anyway,
Do Landale. I don't know.
okay. So what I said is, look, there are like 960 people in that. Normally, I'll get like 200,000. I'll get like 50,000. I get like even here in Los Angeles, 13,000. I said, do you think that these people could use this? Could we sell in that community? But I'll just go here, since we're using this, and there are 23 contaminants. So just in that zip code alone, and I said, look, there are 16 of them that exceeds the health guidelines. And look, this is arsenic. This is 545 times. Now, there's some names I can't even pronounce, but this is cancer. Net result is cancer. Here, net result is cancer 38 times. This one, now I leave this for a college-educated person, but it's 173 times the amount. This who can pronounce this for me? One of my colleagues.
Bromodichloromethane.
All right, good. See? Oh man, Christine is on it. But I can't pronounce it. I got a little piece of paper, but the net effect I know is cancer. So I'm showing the prospect that's 98 times the amount. This one is 150. This one is 128. So what Ross taught me is that, look at this one. Who can pronounce this? Who can pronounce this? Anybody?
Trihalomethanes.
Okay, cool. All right. The net effect I do understand is cancer. So what's happening is we have this whole cocktail coming through our pipe that is just water. It's clear. So we don't even know what we're drinking. Do we have an opportunity to help people and an opportunity to make money? And the resounding answer is yes. Yes, big yes. Okay, so with that filter, we can make a huge difference. Any questions on what I covered so far? All right, so let me go back. So what I've got to do is do share, boom, and going back here, and going back here. And so that's the value of what we just created. Now, next thing is new sample program is designed to create customers and guests, customer/guests. So we're calling our customers guests. And so what I did was you can come up with your own business card. I'm just showing you something that I've used for years and I've adapted. So it says, Christine Quinn, friend and partner. Timing is everything. Unlock the financial freedom of residual income and enjoy the benefits of CBD. When we started 4 years ago, CBD was a bad thing. Today, we got stores popping up all over. So, guess what? Get started today with free 5-day trial. I went out this morning and I just dropped, they're having this big thing on Fulton. And I just walked and dropped my cards. Why? Because if you see it this way, you're seeing get a free today. If it drops this way, you're seeing if you're not making 10,000 a month, we need to talk. Non-threatening. And so I just dropped them on the street, in the crowd. What I normally do, yeah. That's why they're drop cards.
Oh, my bad.
They're drop cards. They're business and drop cards. But what I normally do is I ask a person, a store owner, if I can leave 10 of my cards here.
Yeah.
You know, and just tell them if they're interested that I got it from your store and I'll definitely compensate you. There's something in it for you. Thank you, Cheryl. But Cheryl, you were with me when I was doing this. In fact, my prepaid legal business, I would take these cards and I'd go put these cards in different banks, you know, throughout where I lived. Because on the weekends, people run in and want to get some money. And I'd leave my cards there, you know. God bless Wells Fargo, because I was a Wells Fargo. And so you need your card to get in. So I just leave it at 1, 2, 3 of the things. Okay, so our company latest edition is a sample program. Program is perfect way to generate interest and attract new customers, incorporating the free 5-day product trial into your marketing efforts, such as, now I'll be honest with you, I ain't giving no broke people my product. If you ain't got no job or no means of earning, I ain't giving you my product, because guess what? I had to buy these. Okay, now this gives me the right to call you. I'm telling you, I'm going to call you on the 2nd day. I'm going to call you on the 4th day. And by the 5th day, I'm upgrading you. But listen to me, I'm upgrading you, Cheryl, to a 3-month supply. Did you get benefit from the TheraMed? Come, role play with me. So unhook. Did you get benefit from the 5-day? Cheryl?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I thought you would. I'd like to get you started on a 90-day program. And why 90 days is that it will get in your system, and it will benefit you better. Now say no.
No, I don't think so.
No, I live up where I live 90 days. I ain't got that kind of money. I'm retired. Says, boy, you must be crazy. On back to Jamaica. Would you consider a 30-day, a 60-day? And you would say what?
Why?
Because 60 days, at least it's a commitment. You're not going to forget it. And by George, it's going to be of benefit to you. Say no.
I don't like taking pills. No.
I am so glad you said that, because had you taken it, you would know with the TheraMelt, it's melt away.
Oh.
It's not a pill that you're. Hello, can I get a witness? So she says no. So I'm saying, then if you're serious about your pain levels, you may as well get, what I would suggest to you is to get a 30-day. So I started at 90 and I come back, and in most cases, I'm going to get a 30-day commitment. Make sense?
Yeah.
So with a 30-day commitment, she feels she's a winner. I'm a winner. We're all winners. And that's there. And so for the cost of the sample program, I'm getting ahead of the game. We're way behind time. So this is a how you use that. And this is an example. And all I've done is we're creating a system for you. Should you choose to use this, all you get to your printer, you put your name in, and you put your number here, and you put your carebeyond.com/da, your username and your contact. If it's both of you, you can see right here, I got Contessa and myself. Why? I'm Jamaican, so we use the same card. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. The company name is changing, so should it be Anjali? What are
Yeah,
we gonna do about
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, you can do that. But
Okay.
also you can brand yourself. You can brand yourself because guess what? When I meet somebody, they're not meeting Angeli, they're meeting me. I'm
Okay,
representative of Angeli, but they're meeting me. And so years ago, I talked about Holiday Magic, I talked about Amway, I talked about prepaid legal. Now I'm realizing that the more you brand you, it's more important. So I brand Coach Smile. And Coach Smile is an affiliate, a marketing associate, an explorer of Angeli.
okay,
Got it?
got it. Mhm.
Thanks. And so with Renew, ready, ready to go back, ready to return back to the clock on aging. Check out the Renew breakthrough product that has NMN, Nancy, Mary, Nancy in it. So I just tell somebody, go to Google and Google Nancy, Mary, Nancy, and you'll see that for an aging person over 40, you can't not be without this. By using it orally long-term, you may suppress aging associated with weight gain, improve energy, metabolism, and even see improvements in your eye function. The Renew supports anti-aging, boosts the brain. So I'm giving you stuff to say about it, you know, and
Mhm.
that's it. But guess what? We got a funnel for it. I only got 10 minutes. I'd hit the funnel. So when I send you this stuff, you guys will have the funnel. And so it's already made out. And so you can make your own funnel or just use mine. But the point is 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 724, 2187. It's duplication. You got to do things that are duplicable. What I love most about what Marvin and Brad has done is they've changed the packaging. Look at this. Man, we eat cucumbers back home like, I mean, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, we eat cucumber. Why am I going to Jamaica? We eat a lot of cucumbers and just the packaging. Buy now. Revitalize your health with Renew. NMN, breakthrough formula. Unleash longevity, anti-aging benefits. So by us all doing the same thing, while we're a small group, we can grow to be a big group. I mean, Cheryl, you were with me, right? Were you at the Wilshire office?
Yes,
So we started in a little office, right?
right, in the basement.
Little office in the basement. I mean, we probably were good if you could hold 20 people in there. We'd have people in the hallway. And I'd know if you're here if we passed the applications in. And then we got a nice in what Ladera Heights.
Yeah,
But out of that small group, we stayed active at the platinum level. That's the highest level that company had for 199 consecutive months. Why? Because we were doing the same thing. We were so tight. We did not have anything come between us. That's what we're doing here. And we're starting on the 15th. Forget about last year, year before, because what I'm doing today, I wasn't doing, today we had 3 presenters. Christine gave value, her energy. Nate Jackson, off the charts. But then combine that with social media now, I'm actually communicating through Zoom. Anybody that know me is laughing. And so, okay, all right, Cheryl, don't start, don't start. And so the new thing that I'm excited about is our loyalty rewards, is our marketing program. Because one, it rewards somebody for their loyalty. Old time is your ownership and your customers, your what? Your guests. And so they're rewarding you to stay on. And then referral. They're rewarding your customers, your guests, to refer people to you. And when they refer people to you, Cheryl, when they refer people to you, Michael, it means that you're going to make referral profits. And what referral profits is, they're getting points, you're getting dollars. And then they also have what's called the Jaway. I think they were talking Jamaica, Jaman. Anyway, on the serious side, it's a victory wave strategy. They're rewarding you for following 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 23 times 3 is 81, 81 times 3 is 243, 243 times 3 is 729, 21, 81, 65, 61. By then you're gone, you're finished, you're done. And so some people have fallen off. Well, you're going to have people that fall off in anything we do. There's going to be a dry season. Okay? There's a lot of people didn't make it through to the promised land. And I won't go through that. I'll leave that up for Chris and Brenda. But there were a chosen few that made it into the promised land. You can make it into your promised land because your promised land is your goals, your aspirations, your belief systems. And that's it. The team bonus is the team rewards is about cash. So now I can tell somebody like a Wendell. This is Wendell, you come in, you're an Explorer 1, you want to make $250. Here's what you do. This is what we need. This is what's got to be in these legs. And all these are channels, and they're legs. Okay, what he's looking for is $1,000 extra a month. So we got to go and create what? 6,000. In one channel, we got to have 24. We got to have 900. We got to have 500. And this is his monthly 150 plus his customers. All right. So this gives you the exact number that you're going after. Now, in prepaid, it took me a year and a half, and I was still up here. Okay. But after I hit a certain level, which Brenda embarrassed me to go get the certificate, I went straight up here, and I was doing between Explorer 12 and some months I got to Explorer 13. And guess what? Mary Eddings helped me. Guess what? Sheryl Crow was there. Guess what? Brenda was there. Guess what? Chris Johnson was there. A number of people. So doing 30, 40,000 a month, we were doing like clockwork. And this can be done because this deals with volume. We did harder things. And then the leadership bonus is on the volume of the business. And so we've struggled through a lot of things. And we'll continue to. Here's the pattern I'm following. I'm following pattern number B. I'm sponsoring 4 people. And Mr. Taylor, I'm getting them to do 3, 3, and 3. But I'm following the B. So whether you follow the A or the B, it's up to you. No man sets aside the old ways for the new ways till he personally finds a need for it. I'm 1 minute over. So this is, if you were a unilevel, this is how much you'd make. Binary, this is what you'd make. Trinary, this is what you'd make. With this new precision program, with the same amount of people enrolled, same volume, this is what you'd make. I think it's incredible. Belief, desire, and decision. And I will stop here because you can read this on your own. And so what I want to do is just take 1 or 2 shares, and anybody that would like to come in and share what you got from this today would be appreciated. So,
Hey, Coach.
yes, sir. Oh my God. Oh, how you feeling today, sir?
I'm feeling wonderful today. Wonderful. That was a great presentation. I like the way y'all tag teamed it. You know, the enthusiasm from the beginning, from the technical, from Nate, breaking down the ins and outs about the chemicals and what's in the water and what's hidden. I tell people there's a deadly assassin that kills 3.5 million people a year, and it's hidden in your water.
3.1?
5 million.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Just
850 million people without access to drinking water. That's a lot of people. And with you sharing that funnel was good. Now they just become a master share. They don't have to do no talking. All they have to do is share the video. If they don't see it after that video, we can't help them. So that's what people have to keep in mind. Who cares if they see it? We don't care about those who don't. We care about those who do. Like I said, I've been in the lab. Summertime about to get up. People gonna be wanting to drink water, go camping, sports, all kind of stuff going on. I pulled up health fairs coming up. There are so many different health fairs coming up that it's incredible. So that's another thing you all can do is find out what health fairs in the area are coming up and make an appearance if it's close to you, and let people know what we have. Because if you don't speak, no one to know. Like I said, I created a new YouTube video today for shorts, and it's 10 times better than the first one I created. It's got voiceover and everything. And so I downloaded. I'm gonna send it to you, Coach, when we get off the Zoom. I'll go ahead and email you the MP4 video. It's a generic video, doesn't have my information on there, so everybody can use it. You can even take it and upload it to your Vimeo channel and use it. And then you can stick it on one of your landing pages.
Let me ask you something, Trick. Mr. Taylor, is
Yes.
he okay? I'm gonna get it. I'll get it. I'll put it out on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, can you come on at 9 o'clock?
In the morning? Yes.
Okay, and then walk everybody through that?
Yep, I can do that.
Thank you, sir. So Wednesday we got it. Or Thursday, you tell me whatever it is.
Wednesday is fine.
Okay, fine. So Wednesday it is, sir. Wednesday. And I so thank you. I don't know if I was in the hospital, if I could do what you're doing. The only person I know can do what you're doing, only because he has done it, is Dr. Beasley. But then he's educated. Everybody, including me, wants that sweater now. Wants the t-shirt, the Beasley t-shirt. And I tell you, if you've gone to this guy's house and you've been on that farm, I mean, you're sitting in the backyard on his porch and you're looking at over 8 acres of vineyard. It's a good life. But guess what? He's here at every occasion. Thanks to you. Thanks to your sponsor, Michael. They're here and they're showing up. And that's all you got to do. Mr. Taylor has just showed up. And so I'm 7 minutes over. I'm into your Jamal. You can hit me up 520-979-7812. 520-979-7812. 520-978. But Billy has my number. And Billy, you're hanging tough. You're hanging tough.
Hey, thank you. I'll make sure Jamal has your number. I'll text it to him just in case.
And fine. So anybody that needs help, I'm here. I'm absolutely committed to this mission. I feel we've got things that no one else has. Nate Jackson did an incredible job. Mighty Quinn, you were off the charts today. I mean, there's a lot of things we can say about you, but when you are plugged in, oh my God, there's nothing like you. You know, you just came across. Ms. Campbell, I'm glad you were able to join us. And Spice, I don't know why you couldn't join, but I'm glad. George, I'm glad that you're here, sir. And again, all our guests, I want to thank you. And now I'm 8 minutes over, so I'm going to stop. God bless you. You guys have a great Easter. I'm back Monday morning at 8:30. We start at 8:45. We do a centering, which I don't know who's going to do it. Maybe Ross, but Cheryl, you got to show me how to do that hand. But we're on to something here, and it's something that the company has chosen to go forth with, and I 100% feel that this management ownership is heading in the right direction. We just got to do what we know how to do. And what I'm supposed to do is bring in, interview, get customers and like-minded associates that's looking for part or full-time income. That's my job. And that's what I specialize into. And for the last 50 years, that's what I've done. I stayed out of politics and I've just kept my mind on that. In prepaid, I wrote memberships and I brought good people in like a Sheryl Crow, like Chris, like my top people. And we have gone through bad times, but we have survived. God bless you. You guys have a great Easter. And I so thank you. By 8 o'clock on Monday, this recording, thanks to Christine, will be in your email. So you will have a documentation. Look at that. Now you've done a heart. Girl, we oh, Jesus. Okay, don't embarrass me. But anyway, thank you. Okay, anybody wants to say goodbye?
Namaste, Coach. Namaste.
Namaste. I'm so honored to be connected with you for 50 years. You have no earthly idea. Cheryl,
Yes,
say something.
something.
Okay. Dr. Beasley, say something. No, you're muted.
Thank you. This is a great one.
Christine, you were marvelous.
Thank you.
Say something.
Have a blessed Easter, everybody.
Okay. Jamal, say something.
Yeah, I just want to say how thankful I am for everyone here, including myself, and for everyone to have a blessed Easter, but also a blessed year.
Thank you. Miss Campbell, come on, girlfriend.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to thank you, Coach, as usual, for the magnificent job that you do and everyone that supports you in your endeavors. May you continue to increase in knowledge and understanding so we can also reap from the harvest that you are actually gleaning in right now. And much success for everyone. And I know we're going to get to the top together because together we achieve more. Be blessed, everyone. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. Spice, you're not on the lake. You're inside today. Take us out of here with something. You're muted.
Okay. I'm sitting inside because it's a little warmer. It's a little cooler in here today. But I'm looking out at the lake. Could you see? Right there. I'm inside here, but I'm looking at there. Have a happy Easter, people. And see you all soon in June in the concrete jungle. I had a long day today. I went garage shopping sale. I bought me a piano. Don't ask me what I'm doing with it. No, a keyboard. So I want to learn to play. And I love music. And I went out to breakfast and I came back a little late. So that's why I'm on the call late.
That's okay.
But I'm always here in my presence. I'm always with you all. So have a wonderful Easter. I'm making curry chicken and rice and peas.
Stop it.
I'm taking it to the house, to someone's house. And Monday I'm having some friends visiting. I'm going to do some corn and some good barbecue on the lake.
All right.
So see you soon. Have a happy Easter, everyone.
Billy.
I have a question.
Hello, yes, I'd like to say happy Easter to everybody and special reach out to you, Spice. I'm just taking music lessons, piano lessons myself. I got a great piano teacher And so as I'm learning, I can give you some pointers on as I'm learning.
Thanks.
That'd be great because I'm looking for someone.
Y'all
All right.
learning piano, and I won't tell you my piano story. I'm just trying to learn how to turn on a computer. George, as a student, you want to say something?
Hello? Yes, I'd like to say thank you. You did a great job and have a blessed Easter.
Well, young man, I'd love to build a team of college students around you because you can relate to college students. And so get in contact with me Monday or Tuesday. And Spencer, you're going to have the last word, my brother, because there's nobody here, including Dr. Beasley, that's still in the hospital. But my hat's off to you, sir.
Well, first of all, I want to commend the people who showed up today. That showed commitment in itself. On a Saturday, anybody could have been doing anything that they wanted to do, but they chose to come here to get trained, to hear some great information from the presenters, insight, funnels, just a whole bunch of information that people can just take and utilize it. But you have to use it. Just can't write it down. You have to use it. The less you say and the more you share, the better you are. I want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to say happy Easter to everyone. Have a great weekend. Have a great Easter. And let's go get this.
Okay, that's it. Let's go. Bye.
Spice.